Okay, is everyone a place where they feel comfortable at this point? They're ready to move ahead?
Before we move ahead, everyone must have menus written down.
Or Natasha will be very mad.
Yes, and I'll be disappointed. And what I mean under menus, if you look at the simple website we have in front of you, it's home, products, and services. So make it as your own as you only can, and that's where we will start going to. By the end of this workshop, we want you to feel we created value for you. We created a website you want to continue working with.
So it's not, we need a list of what's going to be categories.
We need a list of menus. Categories is a little bit different. A category can be attached to a menu, right? Or a menu can be attached to a category.
Okay, but I think we're okay to move ahead. Is there somebody, Natasha, that you wanted to use?
So, is there anyone who doesn't have a website yet at all? Okay. And is there anyone who has menus written down and has a pretty good idea where he or she is going?
Is there anyone who would like to be the demo sample person right now?
Yes.
Okay, Barbara, let's go.
So what we will do, and what's your name one more time?
Barbara.
Barbara. We'll go with Barbara's website and she'll tell us what it will be about and what the site is about and for.
To give details of available apartments, offices, and storefronts that I have agreed to.
Okay. And so let's do it on here. Actually, we can do it up here.
Okay. And Barbara will tell us the menus that she wants to go with.
Okay.
Home, amenities, what's for rent, contact us.
Okay. So I'm going to say a few things. Right now we're looking mostly at articles, but there are actually extensions for real estate people and all. So you could find an extension, for example, or something more complicated for what's around. You wouldn't necessarily have to create articles for each property.
Okay.
You could have kind of a database of properties, basically with different, with
So
price
as
ranges.
as people move in and out, I could disappear and appear those.
Well, you can do that, yeah, in any case, yeah. But you could also create like a more elaborate thing. You could have like a search field. You could do stuff with extensions that would go beyond what we're doing with articles. But for now, we're going to work with articles for right
Okay.
now. So the first thing we're going to do is on here, and you can just watch for right now. I'm going to go to the back end, and I'm going to do a few things. The first thing I'm going to do, actually, everyone's going to do this part. So we're going to go to menus and main menu, and we're going to be logged out, and we're going to click back in. Okay, menus, main menu. And we're going to click on home. And this is one of the weirdness of Joomla.
As there are goals about it, I will be writing here, so if you're behind, you can just follow what's here and catch up.
Okay, so what we did so far, here I'll go back, is we went to menus, we went to main menu, and then we clicked on home. This is where you actually control the title of the website, the title of the whole site. And everyone wants to have the title be their own title. What it says if you don't change anything, let's see where it is right here. Well, this one says nothing, but usually it says welcome to the front page. If you ever go to a Joomla website and it says welcome to the front page, you know the owners were kind of lazy. Everyone go here into front page blog layout, parameter system page title, and type in the actual title. So what do you want the title to be for this?
Zaccchio, Z-A-C-C-H-E-O.
And you're typing
Property.
your site names.
Yeah, don't type her server name.
Or if you want to create one for me, you can.
Okay, so same options we saw before, save, apply, and close. I'm going to save this. See if this makes a difference here. Okay, now if you go back to your front end and you refresh, after you've saved it, you'll see that the site, the title over here. And you can tell what you can set whether it shows up or not, but right now it does. Okay.
Is everyone there?
No, you're not there. She's not there. So what is your name? I can't really see your name tag.
I don't have a name tag.
Well, that would explain why I can't see it. But what is your name? Diane. Okay. Okay, so all we did right now, and this is something you only do once usually, when you first create your website, is you go in, and this is a very non-intuitive place to put it, but they put the title of the whole site under main menu, home. That's where you have to do it. So we do it once, you'll never do it again. Okay? Okay, so let's go to menus, actually go to content, and go to section manager. In this case, I'm actually going to change this to the name of the business, because now I have a business here. But you probably already did that. Okay. Does everyone has a section that they're satisfied with, right?
I missed this section.
Okay. So we went back into content and section manager, and I changed it to Zacchio properties. But you might have already done that earlier when we went to sections. We didn't do it earlier. So just click on the name of the whatever section you see there, and just make sure that's the section title that you want for your own website.
And how is that different? Because when I put my business name in here before, it changed the name at the top of the front page. But then you said that you needed to get into this home name menu thing to change that.
You changed. What you changed was the site kind of logo title up there, which is actually part of the template.
Yeah.
But what we changed right now when we changed that home thing is actually kind of part of the Joomla core. It's like, I know it's kind of silly, but not every template has this thing on the top where you put this in. But every website has a place where you can have the title of the website, which you also want to do in terms of Google and stuff like that. You want your title to be what you are. So another thing you might want to do for yours, instead of just this, it could be, you know, well, not for here, but you could also put, let's say, Greenfield after it to be more descriptive. Okay, so everyone has a section that they're happy with. Yes? Is anybody unhappy at this point? You're unhappy. Why are you unhappy?
I thought, well, it's just me. I guess I'm confused with what's
Okay.
section.
We're going to start over for a few minutes.
We want you to ask the questions because for every question you have, there are probably 2 or 3 people in the
Yeah.
audience who are
Yeah,
just
I'm-
not asking the question. So we want you to ask the
Well, I
question.
remember when I first went in, under section, it just had me put my name there, which is meaningful to me. I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure what to change it to. I think should it be like a menu?
No, okay, so let's I'm going to start actually over at the very beginning, and we're going to give a run of everything we just did, okay, but really fast. But you'll ask me if it's confusing. We have the front end of a Joomla website, we have the back end of a Joomla website. Everyone understands the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Yes, you understand it, Diane, you understand it. Very good.
Okay,
Okay,
plumbing and the pretty face.
what is it with you in plumbing, Natasha?
Well, you know, it's this house parallel because we're all used to our houses, small, huge apartments, big houses, and so on and so forth. So that gets delivered to you, and you have little control, and you don't need the control anymore, of what's the huge box that was delivered to you, and it's very functional. And then you can work with the face of it and do whatever you want to it, and then you can fill it up with beautiful chairs, or some of you are minimalists, which I am nothing.
She doesn't even have furniture, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have friends. That's I have a 2-year-old. He does everything we need about furniture. Okay.
So we said that there's a front end and there's a back end. We said that the way content is structured in Joomla is that there's sections, and most small businesses or organizations just need one section. And the section is usually just the name of your website, but you can call it anything you want. You can just call it George if you like. But for your convenience, it's best probably just to call it the name of your organization. And that's what we did for this. We went into section manager, and we changed it to Zacchio Properties, because that's the name of her business. And it doesn't have to be here, but it makes sense to have the section, you know, be the same. No rules about it, just, you know, convenience. Is that clear?
If there were more than, why would you have more than one section?
Some websites might be quite big, and you might want different ways of organizing it, because you can show things by section. So if you had, let's say, you know, thousands of pages on a website, you might want to have a bunch of sections.
So you could make one section unpublished, all one section?
You could, yes, you could unpublish a section, but you could also show things like in a blog layout for everything in one section. You could also, let's say, if you had a bilingual website, you might want one section for English and one section for Russian. So there's lots of things you can do with sections, but almost 99% of the websites I see need one section. And you can add one if you want, but, you know, go wild.